Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I would like to express my great gratitude to all of you because it is a big pleasure for me to give my speech to such a great audience like all of you. So, my today's topic is about how MCO can lead to depression among people these days. Before we go more deeper, let me present the statistic that some of you might find shocking. According to the Ministry of Health Malaysia, a total of 1,080 cases of active suicide received treatment at government hospitals during last year alone. With the ongoing financial distress and family issue arising from long isolation, it will also eventually lead more Malaysians to end their life by hanging, ingestion of pesticide, jumping off from high building, and many more. Such a phenomenon was already reflected during the first two MCO. A total of 266 people committed suicide from March 18 to October 31, and then whereby a quarter, which is 25% of the cases, were associated with death, and then followed by family problem 24% and marriage problem 23%. All those facts that I have shared just now are all causes and effect due to the depression that happened during the MCO. Due to MCO, Malaysia have faced a lot of crises, including economic crisis that had affected many people in Malaysia. Besides, the most impact during MCO is toward the mental health such as depression. Depression cases during MCO are at the worried state and it has led to many adverse effects such as suicide cases that due to the life stress. Thus, it is really important to know about the things that happen during MCO that may lead to the depressions. First of all, the most reason that lead to depression during MCO in Malaysia is when someone losing their job. So, losing of job during MCO had affect the mentality health of the people in the Malaysia. As we know, during the MCO, many sectors in Malaysia need to be closed due to the government instruction that are aims to slow down the transmission rate of the virus. But unfortunately, the economic hardship which has seen business closing shop and people being laid off. This financial stress can be deadly as it has an impact on the person's psychological and physical health. Besides, companies have to terminate or fire their employees as they may no longer have sufficient funds to pay them despite government incentive. Such situation instigate fear, worry, anxiety, which lead to stress and depression in an individual. And in some cases, from the stress and depression, it can be lead to more serious and frightening cases, which is committing suicide. In view of the pandemic, rate of suicide and suicidal behavior have risen, and because of this, we as a society need to play a role to spreading this awareness to community about how dangerous mental illness is. Next, not to forgotten, students also had to face a lot of circumstances due to the changes in their study method that lead to high prevalent psychological distress among the students during the COVID-19 pandemic. Findings indicate that 22% of the university students scored moderate to extremely severe level of stress. 34.3% anxiety and 37.3% have depression symptoms respectively. During the online learning, they have two methods that usually used by the lecturer, which are synchronous, which is teaching and communicating with students in real time online, and asynchronous, which is recorded lectures or posted assignment online. This added to the compounding challenges, especially for students with internet unavailability and poor connectivity. Furthermore, students were also deeply concerned of the uncertainty surrounding their study, examination, graduation, and so on. Because of this, students in Malaysia are constantly faced with examination anxiety and stress, and this situation continuously occurred to certain timing throughout the study process. The reason are they struggle to achieve a balanced state due to merit curricular and extracurricular taking form of assignments, sport, and ongoing assessment. And this situation also can affect their academic and can worsen their mental health. Last but not least, some people may get stress or depression during MCO because they cannot meet their family members or their loved one. As we know, during the MCO, restriction order was implemented by the Malaysian government between mid-March to August 2020 to curb the spread of the disease. As a result, Malaysian citizens will be strongly discouraged from celebrating any social event, including funeral, wedding, raya celebration, as well as all cross-state and inter-district travel will be banned due to the increase of the COVID-19 infection. This will affect the family member that involved as they cannot meet each other, especially those who lost their family member. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all from me, and once again, let me thank to all of you for your patience and cooperate with me along my speech today. Thank you.